there, it's Karen Stever, and I'm here at thepublicrecord.com hosting Stever's Public Playground Project, and I am working in a program called Melodyne, which is a tuning and timing program. I use it for many reasons, though, beyond that. I'm working on vocals for the Public Playground song, and this week you guys gave me tons and tons of stuff, so I have like a massive amount of people that I'm putting in this track. Right now I'm just working on the verse portion, and let me just play it for you and you kind of hear what's going on.
B is for Betsy, hand in hand in the dirt they stand, forgotten, lost and rusty. C is for Charlie, D is for Danny, back to protect their backs, the rope burn spelled out daddy. E is for Betty, and F is for Freddy, heads ahead for a crust of bread that's rotten, old and dusty. G is for Gracie, and H is for Henny, arm in arm to protect their hearts, the fire killed their memory, and I...
So you heard probably several voices going on in there. I started with Gord and Max Watts, and they are providing the majority of the low vocal in the song. Most of the verses you'll hear Gord, and then I switched to Max Watts and Joseph in the choruses. So Max Watts is kind of like my go-to guy in this whole song as far as low vocal goes. He's got a really, again, Max is that haunted kind of sound. But what you're hearing here is Max along with Gord, and their vocals sound really good together, so you guys should maybe think about getting together and doing some collaboration, or if you guys need vocals from each other that has a little different flavor, your vocals work really well together. So then I put in Larry's vocal, which he gave me some real pirate kind of sounding stuff, so you'll see all these big red blobs that I'm working on right now. That's Larry, and he no, Larry, you're not a big red blob. You are a pirate, and the reason I put these vocals in these places is because they sound really piratey to me. You gave some real pirate vocal performances. I'll just play a little bit just so you can get an idea. When his comes on, you'll see it in red.
For Betsy, hand in hand in the dirt they stand, forgotten, lost and rusty. C is for Charlie, D is for Danny, back to protect their backs, the rope burn spelled out daddy. E.
So let me just solo Pirate's vocal here, and he's right here. Sorry, I have to go back to the screen. So I got him soloed.
Hand in hand on the dirt they stand, forgotten, lost, and rusty.
See how piratey he sounds? That's why they call him the pirate.
Back to protect their backs.
Listen to this, daddy.
Spelled out daddy.
Right? Totally pirate. And then this vocal here.
Head to head for a crust of bread that's rotten, old, and dusty.
And then this last one as well.
Arm in arm to protect their hearts, the fire killed their memory, and I...
And there's parts throughout this song where he really, really sounds like pirate, just like arr. So it's very cool. And so I'm working on the verse of the song, and what Melodyne does is it has the capability of moving notes around this like this. It also has capability of putting more vibrato into somebody's vocal, which you see that yellow line going up and down. So it's more the wave or the vibrato that's in their vocal. And then it also has the capability of bringing the amplitude down on notes, bigger or smaller like that. And and I can grab things like this and actually shift the time of them to make something stretch out a little bit more. And I do this a lot with vocals just so everybody locks in really tight, because the tighter you have your vocals with that main vocal, the better it's going to sit in the whole mix. So I make sure that all my vocals are really tight with that lead vocal, because then it gives you enough space in your mix. Sometimes you guys at home might be feeling like, okay, I've just put so many vocals on this track, there's no room for anything else. You can actually make room for more of your little trinkets and things that you want to put in a mix, the tighter those vocals are with each other. And so it's not going to sound all muddy by the time you're done. So that's what I'm working on right now. So let me just play down this first verse again for you, now that you know who's in it. So we got Max and Gord are doing backup vocals, and then Larry's doing these vocal shots, these pirate shots that are coming in. Sorry guys, it's all about running the camera at the same time.
Hand in hand in the dirt they stand.
Let me try this again. Get my mix window back up here. It's a bummer on this particular rig that I need one more screen. That will happen at some point, that I can get one more screen in here. Bring my mixer back up. So you can see each of these represent somebody's vocal.
A is for Abby, B is for Betsy. Hand in hand in the dirt they stand, forgotten, lost, and rusty. C is for Charlie.
I got them pretty tight
D is for
with that
Danny.
lead vocal.
Back to back to protect their backs, the rope burn spelled out daddy. E is for Eddie, and F is for Freddie. Heads ahead for a crust of bread that's rotten, old, and dusty. G is for Gracie, and H is for Henny. Arm in arm to protect their hearts, the fire killed their memory and I.
So that's what I'm working on today. It's just to get everything tight with that lead vocal. And that the bottom on Max's voice and Gord's voice is providing a lot of warmth for that lead vocal. And then of course Larry's shots in there is just giving that extra attitude and dirtying things up a little bit. So got lots of vocals that I'm going to go through with you guys and let you know what's going on. It's a ton of work to make sure everybody's locked in together, to make sure everybody's in time, in tune. And it's even things like when I showed you, one of the most important things for me is the amplitude of things, because as much as you want to compress things, the better it is when I give it to Frank, the more evened out it is, as far as, you know, if vocals are really jumping out and I can just bring that amplitude down on something. Like if this guy here is just like somebody's microphone at their house is just huge, I can just bring that down and it's going to be a more even signal. It's going to hit that compressor. So I do a lot of work in this, and this is stuff that I do for many bands and stuff. I did this on Tommy's record and everything, where people hire me to actually run this program and do vocals like all day long. So I kind of know just about everything there is to know about it. So if you guys have any questions that you want to ask, I'm just skinning the surface with it with you guys, but I'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions, all right? So until next time, rock on!